Hi friends! How often we hear the phrase that animals are our little brothers, and they have already become a part of our families. Cats, dogs, parrots, you can easily find them in almost every home. But there are other animals that are still unbridled. Our today's story can prove that maybe one day we can all become one big family. One spring morning, many years ago, our today's hero Morris had been prospecting for gold along Coho Creek on Alaska's island, and as he emerged from a forest of spruce and hemlock, he froze in his tracks. In less than 20 steps away was a huge Alaskan timber wolf caught in one of the traps. At that moment, he could feel not only the fear and anxiety, but also the pain in the wolf's eyes. When he approached, the wolf backed away, straining at the trap chain. Then he noticed something else. It was a female wolf, and her teats were full of milk. So he assumed that somewhere there was a den of hungry pups waiting for the mother. From her appearance, Morris guessed that she had been trapped for only a few days. Fortunately, there were still a few remaining patches of snow, and after several moments, he spotted paw marks on a trail, so he rushed through the forest. He finally spotted the den at the base of an enormous spruce. There were 4 tiny pups, shy and cautious, so he hadn't even hoped to get them outside. But he had to try. He began imitating the wolf's howl, and suddenly the pups answered. Perhaps the pups were so hungry that this feeling had helped them overcome their natural fear. Then, one by one, Morris placed them in a bag and headed back down the slope. When the mother wolf spotted him, she froze. She picked up the scent of her babies and let out a high-pitched whine. He released the pups and they raced to the mother. Within seconds, they were slurping at her belly. The pups weren't hungry anymore, but Morris could feel the frustration of the mother wolf. He hiked over Coho Creek and spotted the leg of a dead deer, so he cut off a hind quarter. That should be enough for now, he thought. The wolf's eyes were filled with gratitude and hope. He made a rough shelter for himself and soon was asleep nearby. You might not believe it, but at dawn he woke up, because 4 fluffy puppies were sniffing his face and hands. He glanced over the agitated mother wolf and understood that her confidence was finally won. He slowly placed his hand on the wolf's injured leg, but she didn't make any threatening move. I could see that the trap's steel jaws had imprisoned only 2 toes. They were swollen and broken, but she wouldn't lose the paw, he remembers. Our hero suddenly didn't expect such a reaction. The mother wolf came to him and started licking his hands, arms, and even fingers. But this is still not the end of the story. 4 years later, Morris returned to Coho Creek. He came back to the same place where his memories were the strongest. He saw the steel trap that had imprisoned the mother wolf, and it was hanging in the red cedar. Then in a moment he heard someone's heavy steps. It definitely wasn't a human. It was something much bigger. Out of the tree, he saw a huge brown bear that was moving towards him. Then, far away, he saw dark shapes moving slowly in his direction. As it crossed the meadow, he could see it was a timber wolf's pack. This time, they came to save his life. The bear was completely distracted and disappeared in a couple of minutes. A chill spread through his whole body. He knew the familiar shape, even after 4 years. "Hello, old girl," he called gently. The wolf came closer and stopped a few steps away, looking at him. Moments later, the wolf was gone. Since that time, he has never seen the animal again, but the memory she left with him will always be there, as a reminder that there are things in nature that exist outside the laws and understanding of man. Thank you for watching this video, and it will be really helpful if you can rate it. Don't forget to write your opinion in the comment section. Thank you and see you soon!